Is InvestFest a scam? The constant allegation of Black-owned businesses or personalities being a scam is actually overwhelming. So let's get into it. We're going to review it from the lens of an attorney, and we can make that determination together. So the first thing I want to do, I like to show the details. I want to go to their website, okay? So let's go to the actual conference website, which is investfest.com. A person or business or event can only be a scam if they promise you something, you rely on it, and they fail to deliver just that. So we're going to read together what they're actually promising you at InvestFest. So I reviewed this whole website, and the only thing that I see on InvestFest is they are promising you that there's going to be networking, growth, performances, investments, and yeah, that's it. Let's go over some of the topics that they are discussing. This conference will be a comprehensive and informative event that will cover a wide range of important topics in the world of finance and business. Speakers will provide insight into government money and taxes, as well as the emerging world of cryptocurrency. Discussions on stocks, real estate, insurance, and estate planning will also be on the agenda, with experts sharing their knowledge on these important aspects of financial planning with valuable insights into how to grow and promote their business. So far, as we are reviewing this, they are promising to provide you with discussions, right? You're going to hear about their panel of experts and their business and how they grew and promote their businesses, essentially. So as long as they provide you with experts sharing some knowledge about their business and how they promoted it and how they grew their business, that would be sufficient, because that's all they promise you. I don't see anything else on their website stating that they're going to promise you anything else. Now, there is some talk in the culture saying, well, the founders of InvestFest is one is a PE teacher and one worked at his family's firm. Don't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. Most people know that before they attend the festival, okay? And they're not teaching you about investments. They're not asking you to invest with them. The premise of this event is we're going to get a panel together that's going to share with you their experiences, okay? And you don't need a lot of credentials to be able to do that. Now, what we do know that the two of them are able to do is they are able to garner an audience, right? It's my understanding 33,000 people attended the InvestFest, right? That is major. So if you're looking to learn something from either of them, perhaps it's not you learning, how to make the proper investment or real estate investment or stock investment, etc. You may just be learning, what you can learn from them is partnerships, how to build partnerships, how to get sponsorships. I see on their websites they have a lot of sponsors, right? How to build an audience, how to actually get 33,000 people to attend your events. There's some people that struggle with having 20, 30 people to attend their event. So 33,000 is certainly something to be impressed about, okay? But the bigger question is not whether or not this event is a scam. It's who should be attending this event, and why is it that you're feeling like this event is a scam. So I want to go over with you guys who should attend this event, when does it make sense to attend, and when it don't make sense to attend, so that way you aren't thinking that you're being scammed. Everything is not a scam. However, you can waste a lot of time and money if you are not properly vetting events to make sure that you can reach your specific goals when you're attending. So let's go over who is this event for? Why are they doing it InvestFest, or why I think they're doing it InvestFest, and who should attend? Who should attend InvestFest? There's levels to this. I know you guys hear InvestFest and you think this is a investment conference, right? But you gotta get there. Investor will go here, investor/operator. So if investor goes there, how do you get up this staircase, right? The way that you get up this staircase is you have dreamers, you have starters, right? Your dreamers are going to be the people that I know I want more, right? I know my situation isn't where I want it to be. I want more out of life. The starter is okay, I'm actually doing it. I'm taking my first steps. I'm figuring it out. I'm getting my feet wet, okay? From there, you're gonna have the operator. Your operator is more of the, I have a real business. I've been in business a substantial amount of time now. I'm past just dreaming and starting and needing to be motivated. I don't need to be motivated now. I'm operating a real business. And then you have the scaler. Once you master operations, it's time to scale, okay? I know what I'm doing. I'm looking to take it to the next level. And then you have an investor/operator. That investor/operator is, how do I make my capital work for you? So this staircase is a lot. When we think about InvestFest and we say, is this a scam? We have to ask, who is the audience? Who is the audience, right? So if you look at this staircase, they are not talking to investors and operators, despite the name being InvestFest. Their audience is somewhere in between dreamers and starters. It is for the person who they want more. They need to be in a room to be motivated. They need to be in a room to hear stories and understand that it is possible. There is more. There is people that have made $100,000 in a day, right? And this is really important. I remember attending a coaching program. This was many years ago. And to be honest, she was horrible, so I won't share her name. Scam likely, okay? She wasn't a scam, but she did not live up to the things that she stated she will provide us or do for us. However, the benefit of being in that room, for the first time, I had met women that let me know that it was possible. One of the members in that group charges like $25,000 for a 1-hour speaking engagement. That was my first time hearing of that. So once you hear those things, it takes you from dreaming, saying I want to be a speaker, to knowing that it's possible. And it allows you to then start taking action to eventually get here. So back to, is InvestFest a scam? No, their audience is just for dreamers and starters. It was never for investors and operators, right? So we're going to talk about, what do you get out of being at the InvestFest? Who needs to be here, right? What is the difference of, if you're a business, should you attend InvestFest? Let's go over that. So, should you attend InvestFest? It depends on what you are looking to get out of it. We know that the audience for InvestFest is dreamers and starters, okay? So, if you are a business owner and you are going there to learn about real investment, okay, this is not an investment conference. You're not learning how to do financial models. There's no economist there that's talking about the economies and how to read the economy and what that means for your business and your investments. That is not the overarching theme of this particular event. However, for business owners, as long as you understand that this is not an investment conference in that sense, you can make a lot of money there, right? So the type of business owners that you are going to see there, they typically are selling something, okay? So if you are going there to sell, this is a great platform for you. I believe they had 33,000 attendees. If you cannot figure out how to sell in a room full of 33,000 people, you have a problem with your business, okay? Exposing you to 33,000 people who have already hit the button and said, I'm interested. Because we know they're interested in something. They're interested in improving their lives because they've paid a significant amount to be at InvestFest, okay? Networking. Networking with who? Other vendors. Gonna network with other vendors plus the community. Give back. Some of the professional services are too expensive for this audience, okay? So it's unlikely that they may ever be able to retain you for a $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 service without them going into financial debt to afford your services. However, this can be your opportunity and your way to give back to the community by doing some free strategy sessions. Whatever you come up with, it is your time to kind of pour and give back to the community, which I think we all have a responsibility to do. And then content. Make it worth your while. If you're gonna be there, get some good content of all of this stuff, put it on your social. You can turn that into ads, you can turn it into meetings later, whatever you want, promotional material, you can use it for as promotional building awareness, essentially. Okay, so if you are a business owner, you probably want to go, right? I personally, for disclosure, I have not attended Invest Fest. One, it is typically held during my wedding anniversary or my husband's birthday. Anyone that knows me knows we don't play those games. My man. I'm not going to any festival during those times. Now, attendee, if you are a dreamer, right? You're in that starter, this is for you. It makes sense for you to go. Okay? No, you're not going to learn how to do financial modeling. You're not going to learn from an economist. You may not even learn how to flip a property or how to actually take action and operate your business. But we all have to start from somewhere. Okay? For me personally, when you come to me, my content, my services is not to motivate you to get it done. Okay? I need you to go to InvestFest first to be motivated. Once you are motivated, then you come to me to what? To execute. We all have different roles here, right? I'm an executor. I want to help you execute. I want to help you protect the brand. I want to help you invest in real estate. The motivation part, I need you to already be motivated because I don't like BSing. I don't like bullshitting. But I do understand that before you can execute, you have to know that it's possible. You have to know that already have the motivation. So invest fast, motivation, know that it's possible, okay? Meet other people. Overcome your fears. I call it become ready. If you are attending for this reason, then you got what they promised to give you. What's the purpose of the event? And you cannot be mad because we all do not. If we go back to the staircase, you cannot get to become the investor operator and then skip dreamer, starting operators. We all went through these stages, y'all. Let's be real, right? So for those that is already at this investor operator or operator scaler investor, it may not be the conference for you unless you're looking at it from a business perspective. And we just went over some of that sponsorship, give back, community, etc. Right? But for those attendees that is still in the dreamer starter, you need to know that it's possible. It makes sense to go to the Invest Fest, and that is not a scam. The only way that it could be a scam is if they were selling you something and you relied on it, that you were going to get something that they did not provide from you. And based on what I can see, that is not what they're doing here. Okay, so after reviewing who should attend, the staircase of becoming an entrepreneur, right? I, as an attorney, cannot say that InvestFest is a scam, okay? Yes, the community is going to say, and let's address this too before I end this video. InvestFest have been known to promote people on their Instagram or YouTube channels that have later been convicted and or indicted of committing a fraud, okay? That's problematic. Have they addressed it? I haven't seen it. If they have, someone can tag me in it, but I haven't seen it. But that does not make the particular event a scam. However, being part of the Black culture, I do think we need to be accountable to who we have on our platforms. And at a minimal, they can avoid some of those allegations of scam likely or being tied into some of these other bad actors by putting out disclaimers, letting your audience know in the beginning you are interviewing them, none of their claims have been vetted, right? It would be good for them to actually vet the claims prior to these interviews, but that is typically what journalists do, right? Neither of them are journalists, and that's really when you have a newsroom, a press room, they vet these stories to make sure that the information is factual before interviewing you. But if they aren't doing that, which is recommended to do, but if they aren't doing that, they can put a disclaimer saying, hey, none of these claims are vetted. Before you do business with them, make sure that you individually vet these different professionals, right? In addition to stating that they are being paid for these individuals to promote on their platform. Once everyone knows that this is a marketing platform, people pay to go on their platforms to promote their services. They are not stating that these services are legal or illegal. They just don't know. They're giving them a platform to speak. I think that'll clear up some of that confusion there. In addition to that, when there are people that have been on a platform who are later indicted, pull the video. And if you don't want to pull the video, certainly put out some type of knowledge of you've been made aware that this player, this deal is illegal and you do not endorse that. That can kind of separate them from the allegations of them endorsing scammers, because yes, I am aware that there's multiple people who have now been indicted who was given a platform on their large platform. So with that said, I do not feel that InvestBest is a scam. I think that people are attending InvestBest thinking that it's a investment conference, and it is not. That is not what it's for. It's for you to go, be motivated, be exposed, meet some people, network. It's a Black family reunion, right? And we like to have a good time. So if you want an investment conference, there are investment conferences where it's boring because they're talking investments. Investments isn't glamorous and parties and JE, all of that. But if you want to go to have a good time, be motivated, be inspired, maybe run into some celebrities, right? Then you go to InvestFest, right? Set your expectations accordingly so that way you are not disappointed and you don't scam yourself. Because if you pay attention to what they promise you conversations. So if you pay $2,000, I don't know, $1,000, whatever you paid for conversations, that's kind of your problem. That's what you signed up for. The business owners understand you are going to see lawyers, you're going to see celebrities, you're going to see all type of people that's there. They didn't go there to learn information. They went there to sell to you. Okay? So if you didn't put anything on the menu, you were the person on the menu. So understand you're going to be sold to. That's what this event is for. Any professional that you see there is there for one of the reasons that we just shared with you, right? So you want to know what is your reason for going to InvestBest, but most importantly, in a room full of 33,000 people, find a reason to be there and capitalize on it.